BMAX Audio Adventure. This is BJJ365. With me, as always, is Lonnie Jones. What's up, Lonnie Jones?
Rock on. Party on, Brandon.
Party on, Wayne.
Sorry.
And party on, Garth. That's probably, I think I saw that movie probably 20 times in my 6th and 7th grade years.
I've never seen that movie.
I feel like we shouldn't be friends anymore.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We have you. Are you serious?
I'm very serious.
Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been BMAX Audio Adventure.
But the problem with comedy is it's predictable.
We can't even have this discussion
Okay.
until you've seen Wayne's World.
And I don't watch romantic comedies because I feel like I'm at work.
Well, Wayne and Garth weren't in love,
I know,
as far
but
as I know.
They never have a chance to be in love.
All right, we're watching Wayne's World together at some point. That's the end of that. Let's move on to the next part.
Let's do it,
I actually
please.
want to talk about goal setting.
Okay.
Goals, the way that you manage. You were talking to me about how you like to manage time, money, and energy. Was that the three things?
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna run with. So, Lonnie Jones, kick it.
Okay, so I do some stuff on stress management.
Okay.
And it's not that you never manage to be not stressed, but how you manage your stress. Well, what are the three biggest stressors for people? Time, money, and energy.
Okay.
Because when people come to you and say, I don't have the money, I don't have the time, I don't have the energy to either train, get better at this, learn this skill, whatever. That make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I've got a little friend named Cody Gothard. He's actually come over and rolled with us some years ago when Eddie did the first seminar at Jamie's place.
Oh, yeah, that was a long time ago.
It was my first roll after my abdominal surgeries.
Okay.
And he came over and he says, I want to learn a new skill every year. And so he picks something, and every year he'll go to like a ditch medicine class or a knot tying class or learn to start fires in the wilderness or become a jungle survival weekend warrior expert.
And he'll just spend the whole year working on that one skill?
He'll go to a class or he'll take the seminars, and he says, I just want to be an eclectic Renaissance type person.
Interesting.
He's a really cool young man. And so one of the things that I talked with him about.
Does he ever find anything that he goes super deep on? Or he keeps it pretty disciplined?
he's a competitive 3-gun shooter.
Uh-huh.
And so you shoot.
I don't even know what that means.
Okay, you shoot a rifle, you shoot a pistol, and you shoot a shotgun. And they have these timed events where you go in, and it's all about speed and accuracy.
Okay. And
he's got they call them race guns. They trick these little guns out to where they have very little trigger pressure. Everything's super fast and efficient, and it's about efficiency of movement. But that's his thing. He's really into that.
Okay, continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
So anyway, when you start talking about how am I going to have the money to do this or the time to do this or energy, it's really about setting priorities. And so how do you set your priorities? Well, I ran into a thing called the Eisenhower box. And apparently it's a box that Eisenhower drew, which makes it a really super creative name.
Okay.
But I've never seen it as a box. I've always seen it as like a grid or a semantic map. So if you take like the face of a clock, and at 12 o'clock you have things that are important.
Okay.
At 6 o'clock you have things that are not important.
Got it.
9 o'clock you have things that are urgent. 3 o'clock you have things that are not urgent. So if you drew lines between them, you get this plus sign, and you go clockwise, things that are important, not urgent, not important, and urgent.
Okay.
Okay. So that gives you 4 squares basically on this semantic map.
Okay.
So you have things that are urgent and important.
Okay.
You have things that are important but not urgent. You have things that are urgent but not important. And then you have things that are not important, not urgent. And I talk about this on one of the videos I did for your website.
Oh, you mean BrandonMC.Ninja?
Yes, sir.
Where it's just $5
just
a month.
$5 a month for everything you've ever done.
And
yeah.
seminars and all that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. I think I'm familiar.
It's a good deal. It's really anyway. So when I ran into that, I started thinking this is a great tool to help people manage their time, their money, and their energy. So you look at your budget for this week, you look at your time budget for this week, and you look at your energy budget for this week. What am I going to do with this? Well, what are the 4 categories? What are the things in my life that are urgent and important?
And that's the only things that you need to really give any stress to?
Well, I I do it this way. Things that are urgent and important have immediate consequences.
Okay.
And so you start looking at, if I don't pay this, if I don't attend to this with my energy, if I don't attend to this with my money, if I don't attend to this with my time, what's going to happen? If I don't go to work, they'll fire me. If I don't pay the bills, they'll turn something off. They'll come repossess it.
So this has got to be handled right now.
Yeah,
This
so-
is worth being stressed
Yeah.
over.
So immediate consequences are things that are urgent and important.
Okay.
Okay. Now the things that are important but not urgent have delayed consequences. Somebody's those things are gonna come home to roost. And so it's important, but it's not urgent.
For example.
Did you work out this morning? Did you pray this morning? What did you do with your diet this morning? Did you take any of your money and put it away for savings? Did you decide that, hey, at some point that car I drive is going to have new tires, and I'm going to put back, $5 a month for the time when I do run out of tires?
Sure.
And so nobody's going to check you. You're not going to get up today and somebody go, hey, you didn't do that today. But at some point, those things have a cumulative effect, and they're going to come back and get you. Mm-hmm. If you're below 40, eat anything you want. But on your 41st birthday, that donut will knock on your door and say, "You remember me?" and there you are. You're behind the curve already. Yeah. And so they're very important, but nobody's checking on them today, so sometimes we don't do them. Okay? And then you have things that are urgent, but they're not important.
Okay.
And those have perceived consequences.
Okay, for example.
You have to go to the movie the night it opens. You've got to fly to Pasadena to see the national championship. You've got to have the iPhone 39 or whatever it is, the day it comes out. And those things we feel like they're super, super, super urgent. It's got to be done. If I don't do that, I'll miss out on it. And it's really not that important. The movie will be there 6 months. It'll be on cable in 9 months. You buy it on Blu-ray and have it the rest of your life, And besides that, we mentioned this before, if you go the night it opens, the people in costumes will be there.
That's a good reason to skip.
Yeah, just so, and so we get wrapped up in, oh man, I got to do this, I got to have this, I got to go to that concert, can't miss this event. And really, it's not that important, it just feels urgent. And then things that are not urgent and not important have zero consequences. They're non-starters. It doesn't matter if you do them or don't do them.
And that's pretty much everything.
Yeah,
There's
a lot of
don't sweat the small stuff, and it's all small stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff out there. I jokingly say that's where I put mowing the lawn.
It's kind of true.
If I don't touch it, the good Lord will kill it in November. I mean, it's dead with the first frost. And if I got a chance to spend time with family, friends, my wife or my grandkids, or cut the flipping grass, I'm not gonna do it. It'll take care of itself. And so, I don't think we lose our focus between urgent and important and not urgent and not important. I don't think anybody gets confused about what those two categories are.
Right.
Okay. I think where
they're the polar.
Yeah. I mean, I think we have people call in and go, "Hey, what's urgent and important in your life?" And I think for the most part, 95% of us would agree on 95% of the same list. And the same thing of the things that aren't urgent aren't important. Where we lose our focus and lose our balance is when we let the things that are important but not urgent get superseded by the things that are urgent and not important. It's when we do impulse buying rather than saving. It's when we decide to eat this junk food rather than have maintain a balanced diet.
Yeah.
It's where we decide that I can't miss this opportunity, but I go to the concert instead of go to class. That kind of stuff. I think that's where we lose balance with our families, we lose balance with our employment, and especially as a jiu-jitsu player or a professional athlete, the guys who lose focus on what they're really there for. This is urgent, but it's not that important. Look at the guys who get professional athletic contracts and end up poor as dirt.
It's a lot of them.
Why? Got to have a new house, got to have a new car, I got to have new this. That money's never going to go away. And one knee injury, one shoulder injury, and the money's gone.
Yeah.
And if you would have said, hey, let me do something that's important but not urgent. I don't have to have a brand new car. I've lived this long with this car. What would it hurt me to drive that car another 5 years?
Yeah.
If you make $40,000 a year and you live on 35, you're a wealthy man.
I was not reading, but I heard Gary Vaynerchuk say something on his podcast the other day that, every entrepreneur, every guy who starts a business is like, this is going to be $1 million business, right? I'm going to make $1 million, whatever. And the benchmark in our minds, for some reason, is $1 million as success, right? That's just from an entrepreneurial standpoint. That's what you think about, right? I'm going to make $1 million. Well, he said the top earners in America, the top 1%. What do you think the number is in revenue that puts you into the top 1%? It's 400,000.
Really?
So if you only make right, right. Sorry, but it's less than half of that $1 million benchmark that everybody sets. So, yeah, if you are in the top 1% in America, then you're in the top 0.000 whatever 1% in the world. So, yeah, there's a I don't know. We can get kind of twisted sometimes.
Yeah, because if you set a goal that is achievable in the short term, then a lot of short-term goals build you into your long-term goals.
Yeah, if you structure it out intelligently, if you try to think long-term, then you can set goals that lead to that, like you're saying.
So short-term goals are important and urgent. You got to get up every day, got to show up every day, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But then there's that stuff that's important but not urgent, and you've got to delay that because you've got to build a foundation on that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're looking for instant gratification or you're looking for instant success, everybody, what is it? Takes you 10 years to become overnight success. We talked about several weeks ago.
I say that all the time. Man, that was really good, Lonnie. I drew out, while you were talking, I drew out the important, urgent diagram, the Eisenhower box.
Yes.
I drew that out on my little Post-it note here. I stuck it on my computer. So, man, that was awesome. Thanks, Lonnie.
Well,
how can people get in touch with you?
Lon Jones at bellsouth.net.
There you go.
Follow me on Instagram at Lonnie Jones 357.
Wait a minute, you're on Instagram now?
That's a pistol caliber, by the way, for those of you taking notes. Always associated with my name, Lonnie Jones 357.
All right, guys. Don't forget to check out the website, and don't forget the website is brandonmc.ninja, www.brandonmc.ninja, and don't forget to screenshot this podcast. Tag myself, tag Toehold, TOE_HOLD, and you'll be entered to win a free pair of flip-flops at the end of the month. So take it easy.